So we're wrapping up close to the end of the semester, so you guys should know by now that when you see the possible pause, take whatever notes you need to, or go back and take whatever notes you need to. If not, just continue on with the rest of the presentation as normal. Objective: the students will be able to solve for a variable with multiple steps. This will be done through a presentation and classroom activity. So actually this is basically, again, to build on from yesterday. Yesterday was 2-step, the day before was 1-step multiplication division, the day before that was 1-step with addition and subtraction. So basically we're going to have 2 steps. So most likely you have to distribute first, and then after distributing you'll go and either combine like terms or sometimes you just distribute it and work from there. But you'll see right now. So multi-step equations. So again, multi-step means there's more than one, actually more than 2. They just say multi-step is like really more than 2. Sometimes I might share with 2-step, but here's your problem. 2, the quantity of 2x plus 3 equals 22. So 2 parentheses 2x plus 3 equals 22. So first thing we want to do, distribute. We learned this a few times ago. Basically, that's the hand grenade thing where the hand grenade goes over the wall. So hand grenade goes over the wall. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 3 is 6. So and then we're going to keep going from there. So we rewrite the problem as 4x plus 6 equals 22. So we want to get that 6 to the other side. So we have to subtract a 6 from both sides. The 6 cancels. And then if we take 22 minus 6 is going to equal 16. So, and then we are good to go for there. So now we divide by 4 because we want to cancel out that 4. So we divide by 4 on both sides. And then the 4's are going to cancel on the left side. And then you have x equals 4 because 16 divided by 4 equals 4. I know I went through this kind of quick, but it's because it's just only thing different of this whole thing is the distribution. So you should know all those lower steps. But you still have to check your work. So to check our work, I'm going to have it all filled out for you. So if you need to pause to see how to check your work. But you guys should know how to do this. All we're doing is filling it in. So 2, we fill that in for, maybe we fill in 4 for x. So now we have 2 the parentheses 4 plus 2, or the quantity of. So then that 4 plus 2 adds up to be 6. So 2 times 6 equals 12. So 12 equals 12. So this problem checked out okay. So remember, check it out. If you had something other than 12, so you had 10 or 8 or 16 or whatever, you know that that's wrong and go back and try the problem again. So here's a pause symbol. If you need to pause. If you don't, go on to the rest of the presentation because I'm going to show you now where you're distributing and you're combining like terms. So we have this next problem for quantity of x plus 1 minus 2x equals 14. So we also have, so it's going to be 4 parentheses. Quantity of is the same parentheses. So we have 4, and then we're going to have to go and distribute that 4. And I know my distribution is like over to the left. I'm sorry about that. But so we should have 4 times x equals 4x, and 4 times 1 equals 4. So now we have to do is combine like terms. So we circle the x's because we can put those together, and we only have one variable, so we don't have to do anything that way. But 4x minus 2 equals 2. So now we have a new problem that says 4 plus 2x equals 4. We want to move that 4 to the other side. So we have to do subtraction. So we subtract it. It cancels. So now we have 14 minus 4, which is going to equal 10. So our new problem reads 2x equals 10. So now we divide by 2 because we want to get rid of that 2. So we're going to cancel it. So now we have 10 divided by 2, which is going to equal 5. So this next one, again, we're going to check it. So we're going to have to re-put x into that problem. So and again, it's going to say, hey, check your work. There you go. Look at just what I said. It's going to tell you to check your work. So we have to go put our answer back into the problem. In this one, since we have 2 variables, it's going to be a little bit more to check. Because if you notice over here, we have to put in that for that first x and the second x. So if we put in for that first x, we're actually going to put it in so it now reads 4 plus the quantity of 5 plus 1 minus 2 times 5. And then 5 plus 1 equals 6. So we can multiply 4 plus 6 equals 24. And then 2 times 5 equals 10. So now we have 24 minus 10 equals 14. So 14 equals 14. So this one also does check. So we had 2 that checked right. So that's the last one before we go on to our little activity to see if you know what we've been doing, our little check for understanding activity. So if you need to pause, go back. If not, here's your problems. Your problems, Again, I know that you guys aren't going to do all 8. I would like you to do all 8, but if you aren't, at least do one of the 2 columns, because then it'll give you 3 problems plus the one with the combining of like terms on the bottom. So I'm going to be quiet. Pause the video. When you're done with your problems, unpause it so you can see the answers. So here's the answers, you guys. I know this is a little bit harder. This is as far as we're going for solving for x, so this is the hardest you're going to see solving for x in my class. If you go to Intro to Algebra, they will do with both sides of the equation, so you'll have a variable on both sides. So, but hopefully you got these right. If you're not going to Intro to Algebra, this is the farthest you see. So to recap, multiple steps means you do more than one thing. You're going to have to either distribute or combine like terms, or do something else other than just adding and subtracting and adding and subtracting, and then either you're going to have to do something more than just adding and subtracting, then multiplying or dividing. That's just, you have more steps in there. That's all this is. And half the time you guys don't listen to this part, but that's just the recap, is saying it has multiple steps. And I cannot speak today, but we're almost done with you guys. We're almost done with this class. We're almost done with everything else, so we're going to go to our objective in a second. The objective is the student will be able to solve for a variable with multiple steps. This will be done through a presentation and classroom activity. So thanks for your guys' attention today. Good luck on this assignment. Hopefully you guys do pretty good.